Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Roy Boy, and it has been a while since we've been in our super flat world. So if I turn this around, you can see I've done a crazy amount of work since last episode because it's been quite a long time. So as you can see, we've really begun to fill this whole area out. Last time I think the last thing we did was that section of mountains. Since then I added in there, done just a whole bunch of work. So I won't go into showing too much of the small details now, but today we're going to be doing some work in here. So as you can see, there's this big grass area, and I don't know if you remember me talking about my plans for this area, but this was going to be a big, well, not big, like that's going to be the main town over there. And over here, there's going to be a little port side section of the town, and we're going to make some docks, probably I think right over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through, I'm going to plan out this path, I'm going to plan out the rest of the stuff around the area, and then we'll get to working, and then later on we'll fill this whole area in with some trees and greenery, maybe not in this episode, but sometime soon. And I feel like that can, first of all, I want to say, I'm just absolutely loving the way that this whole area looks. It's just starting to really come together, there's places where you can stand and everything you see is done. There's nothing I want to change anymore. What I'm about to show you is not one of those places, but it's just a pretty cool view looking over this valley from up here. I love this view. What I'm trying to say, if I can stop getting distracted with showing off all the work I've been doing, is we're gonna build the town over here, and I really think that'll really bring this together. And then once we wrap those mountains around to come closer down to here, something like that, maybe all the way to there, it'll really make this nice populated valley, almost like, it's not very populated, but kind of like a well settled valley here in the middle between the two ridges of mountains. And then if you see out back over here, if I make my way over there, you'll see that the valley continues. So then once that's all done, that'll give a really nice view. Once I pull this valley up a bit to back there, looking across this settled valley from way up here, somewhere, well, it won't be here, it'll be farther back, but it'll look amazing. So I'll stop talking about how much I like this build and how happy I am with it, and I'll give another little sneak peek to, well, I don't know if the video for that will be out by the time this video's out, but if I fly over here, you can see I've been working on the city quite a lot, so this is also coming around. I'm so happy with this world. I'm definitely gonna keep doing the Roy Boy Tries to Survive series, but I'm super glad to be back into creative, flying around, doing some building. This area has become even bigger on the map than that area. That area used to look so big, but now if I fly down here, this one, or at least the stuff that I've done in this one, is like 2-3 times as much as I've done on that side. This area has become much bigger. Anyways, all right, I'll stop rambling and we'll get working. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, like I planned out that area, just make a few boxes and plan out the road, a few of the houses, a few of the port houses, maybe if there's any other features I want to add in, and I'll bring you guys back in a bit. See you in a bit. Alrighty, well, I've done some of the planning, so I'll quickly explain what my ideas were here. So the area here that's surrounded by paths, as the orange are supposed to be paths, that's going to be like this over here, where it's just a bigger area, the whole area in there is going to be path. I have to say I really like this idea I came up with for bigger path areas. I'm thinking maybe I'll replace all the stuff in there with that. It's just kind of to keep the path blocks on the outside and then the coarse dirt on the inside. I really like that idea. Then I planned out some of the structures of the houses, as you can see, just with some stone outlines, and there won't be walls connecting them. There'll be just kind of houses, and then in between there'll be trees, because this whole area is going to be a wood, so it'll look a lot more kind of overgrown than over there, or just kind of smaller and kind of quaint. And then so we'll have the road, and then the road will come down here, and this little box here is gonna be a like a light guard tower, whatever they're called, a lighthouse. This here is going to be a lighthouse, and this is going to be like a bigger house, and then this is going to be a little section of the house that connects out to the lifeguard. No, I forgot the name again. Lighthouse, light tower, lighthouse. I'm having some trouble with English today. But over here there'll be some other little structure. I'm not quite sure what it is. And then this section here that's surrounded by wood, I guess that I actually should also do it on the inside of this here. All the way around. This is going to be part of the docks. So the docks will actually go out across the water, obviously, for the ships to come off. And then I was thinking here there'll be like an area for all the stuff that gets taken off the ships will be brought over here, placed here, and then taken down the road into the town here where it can be organized, and I think the path will also continue out that way, and then be shipped off to either to the town and past, or that way, or depending on how the surrounding areas will look. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was kind of rambling. I didn't really plan out what I was going to say this clip. I just kind of started recording, so I hope you guys managed to understand what I mean. If not, then by the end of the episode you'll understand, because it'll all be done. So yeah, so I'm gonna continue working. Alrighty, so as you can see, I worked on the town quite a bit. Now I haven't done all the texturing for... Oh yeah, I don't know why I did this. I thought it would be funny to fly around and throw a bunch of crafting tables around. So there's many stacks of crafting tables thrown around the town. So ignore that. But as you can see, let's get rid of these. Get rid of them. There we go. Alright, as you can see, I did a bit of the texturing for a few of the houses. I'm using pretty much the same design as the houses over there, just since I built that, I actually have done all kinds of just practice building, so I think I got a bit better. I built this special house here, which I'm not super happy with the way that this roof is. I'm gonna have to do something with that. It's a bit too boring, but I'm super happy with the way that this came out and that came out, and because I'm playing in the snapshots, which by the way I'm not gonna do anymore, especially in the survival world. I'm gonna wait for the full releases because it's a little glitchy sometimes. It's just I don't like it. I thought it would be fun to do this time, but I'm not doing it again. This is once 1.16 comes up, I'm not going to do any of the snapshots of 1.17. But as you can see, we have this, I think, what is it called? Yeah, the warped planks look really nice mixed in with this for some bit of texture variation, which is really nice because we didn't really have anything to vary the texture of those, and they got kind of boring, just a bunch of the squares. I really like the way this house came out. I really like the dark oak with the white of the wool. I'm definitely going to be using that again somewhere. I'm not sure where. I was thinking maybe in the capital over there. We'll see. I like to build, as you might be able to tell, some more unique structures like that thing over there and that thing over there, and not really come up with anything for them. There's also like a tree over there, like some tree with like a shrine around it. Just build like interesting things, and then later come up with an explanation for why they're there, and then it kind of makes a nice story. I don't know, I have a few ideas for what this can be. I won't really talk about them now, but we'll see depending on what comes along in the future. So yeah, so we're gonna build some trees around here at some point, hopefully before this episode ends. Put some trees in there. We're not gonna build any walls like I mentioned. Now this path is gonna come down here, and this is the next thing we're gonna work on. So like I said, this is gonna be a bigger kind of squarish house, and then there'll be a connection over here, like a little piece that jots out and goes to a lighthouse, and then there'll be kind of the docking area. I think I explained all this, and then some other little tower here. So I think I'm gonna get working on this, and I'll bring you in along the process of making this. So yeah, so see you in a bit. Alright, well here it is. This has been quite a lot of work, but it's been so much fun. Actually, it didn't take too much time, but it's been a lot of fun making this. As you can see, we have the lighthouse here. We came out and made some docks with some crates of stuff. I don't know what they kind of look like, spices or something. I love doing this, of just putting like blocks that kind of look like spices or seeds or something around. So we made the docks, which aren't completely done yet. I think we'll add in a few more branches, but that came out nice. And okay, I have to say, this style, I absolutely fell in love with it. I mean, I know it's pretty basic. It's just dark oak and white wool, dark wool, blah blah blah. All right, dark oak and wool, and then some stone and stuff. It's very basic, but I absolutely love it. So, and then also having the dark prismarine and the dark oak, and it all fits in so nicely. So I've decided this is gonna be the palette and the style for the Empire up there. So that's not for now. So, but that's for a different episode. But basically the idea is that this dock here is somehow linked up with the Empire. Like there's the trading town here with the lord that lives up there that watches over the little trading town here in the valley, and then the Empire wants to get their fingers around this lord who he's probably part of the thing. I don't know, I haven't come up with the lore yet. I just know this is going to be part of the Empire. But now if we have this in the Empire style, we can't have this here right here in the same style. So as you can see, there's some wool blocks floating around. I'm gonna just clone this build and move it probably for now right over there, and then later I'll move it into there because I did like it and I don't want to just destroy it. So I'll clone this build somewhere over there, and then I'll build something new here for the next episode, probably something small and not so nice. But this style, I love it. And then as you can see, I filled up this whole area here, made it look like a nice little shipping yard, shipping pile, all the stuff that come off from the trading ships. I still have to make a bit more of a mess down on these docks, and a bit of stuff over there, and then we'll make the woods and stuff. So I think we're kind of running out of time a bit, and not actually running out of time, it's just I think we don't want this video to be too long. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, add in some trees, some decorations, replace this build, and then I think we'll be done for today, like done for this episode. Texture up some of the houses I forgot to do, kind of surround this whole thing with trees. Yeah, and I think basically make the whole thing pretty. And then yeah, so I'll be back once this is all manicured. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to see the final product? So there's obviously still some little cleaning up to do, but other than that, it's pretty much done. So I'll make my way down this path here, which I surrounded with trees now, and I did all the texturing for the grass, and this area looks really great. I love this path coming through the woods. Yeah, so this little house here marking the beginnings of civilization. And then we make our way in here. I added some carts, some barrels, some hay, all the stuff, all the little small details that really make this place seem alive. As you can see, I decided to use the same, I moved the house that was over there, and I used the same style as this house for that place. And yeah, I'm loving 1.16 has come out, and I'm loving these chains and using the invisible item frames to do all kinds of small little details. Yeah, so the town's just looking absolutely great. Let me fly up and show you a little bit from another view. Alright, now we can make our way to the docks, which haven't had much change, but I'll show them anyway. You can see we kind of decorated in here. Fly up into the docks. I made it look a bit nicer, cleaned it up a bit. Now this whole section isn't done yet, and I'll probably add a few more areas of docks, and we need boats, and the underwater isn't complete. Like, there's still more detail to do, but that's pretty boring work, so I'm not going to do that on camera. The only thing left to do now is to update the map, because as you can see, all we have here is the path coming in and the first little house. We don't have the docks, we don't have the water, we don't have anything here. So let me grab these maps and go update them. Okay, so right as soon as I picked this up, this map was updated. So you can see here that this whole area was added. So now let's grab this map and let's fly in a bit. And now this map is fully updated. This map is also updated, so now let's do this one. Fly in and see the entire town and all of the trees coming in. Loading in, perfect. And this one, what is this? Oh, that's over there. Alrighty, so now let's fly back to the map and let's take a look at how this looks now. Oh man, look at that. Look how much we've done in this whole section. And keep in mind that all of this was completely flat. There was nothing there. And look at that. That just looks amazing. Alright, well, I'm going to end this episode here, and I had a ton of fun. I'm loving this new portside town. I'm going to keep working on that. The episode for the city over there is going to come out soon. I'm pretty sure that's almost done. And yeah, this has been great. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.